Like, this is all that it was. But it's easy to kind of get your, like, sense fogged about time, right? That when things are really hard now, you think, oh, I've made every mistake in the book. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. In fact, not only do I want you to take a photo of this thing, I actually want you to film it, and here's why. Because the next part that I'm going to explain to you, I know you're going to say to yourself, oh my God, I wish I could show this to my brother. I wish I could show this to my friend. And so I want you to have this. Because when you're stuck, or when somebody that you love is stuck, or struggling, or they have a huge disappointment, when they're in that chapter of their life, this is what their life feels like. Right here. Right? Like, you're in it now. I hear you. That's what it felt like, you guys. And maybe you felt like this too, or you feel like it now. Like, I thought my life would feel that miserable forever. What you're looking at is what it feels like when you feel no hope. You think it's always going to feel like this. And I understand that, because it's easy when your life is falling apart to think it's always going to be like that. But you got to be careful. Even though it's normal to feel like this, you got to be careful. Because if you continue to say to yourself, like I said to myself for 2 years, I'm never going to fix this. I'm never going to get out of this. My best days were behind me. There's no way I can start over. There's no way I can make this better. You are going to feel stuck, and you're going to feel discouraged. And the reason why I wasn't getting out of bed for almost a year, because why? If you've already concluded that this is it, like it's not going to get any better, you're never going to be happy again, you're never going to find love again, you're never going to get a better job, you're never going to... If you're telling yourself that, it doesn't feel like it matters. It's not that you don't have the ability. What's missing for you, or the person that you care about, is hope. That's the thing that's missing. Because even though your life may feel like this, or your loved one's life may feel like this, that's not what your future actually looks like. Let me show you what your future looks like. This is what it looks like. It's open. It is available to you. You have the power to start changing how you're doing life every day so that you create a different life. And in truth, see this little red dot right there? That was that Monday and Tuesday. It took me like 3 or 4 days. It was like a whole week of practicing before I'm like, I think this 5-second thing works. And so what you do today is who you become tomorrow. It matters, all right. It's everything. It's absolutely everything. What you do, whether it's I'm choosing to get out of bed, I'm choosing to start writing that book, I'm choosing to go back to school, I'm choosing to dust off those sneakers, and I'm going to walk back into that gym where I have not been for 3 years, and I told them that I had surgery in order to pause the thing, and I am going to walk back in there, because I'm going to tell you something. Time is going to pass, whether you change or not. The future is coming, whether you create it or not. So stop making excuses. Stop talking yourself out of the little things that you need to do. I mean, that's what I did. It's the craziest thing. People are like, so how did you do what you do? How are you the person you're the person I am? I'm like, dude, I learned how to get out of bed. And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, I seriously, this is me today. This is me today. Right there, 56, right there. Right there, here in Toronto. With all my #1 fans, right here. Right there. And look, it's time. It takes time. It's not like it happened overnight. But tell me, if you look at this, when is the last week of your life that you could meet a new friend? When is it? Where is it on this? It's never. There's no time limit on that. When is it too late to fall in love? When is it too late to start chipping your way out of debt? Never. When is it too late to make more money? To take better care of yourself? You've been lying to yourself. I want you to write down, what is the thing you said it was too late? Because I am proving to you, no. You have plenty of time. You haven't missed the window. And that brings me to the first thing I want you to know about time is, tonight you gotta know this. You have time. You have plenty of time. You are not too late. In fact, you haven't missed the window. You are right on time. All that stuff that's happening, all that stuff, it's just giving you experience that you're going to use. And I want you to think about the person you want to be. Think about the happier you. Think about the person that you envision yourself to be. The person that's taking better care of themselves. I didn't see a lot of you writing down what's the one thing that you need to do. So we're going to do that again. If you think about, okay, this is the year I what? Prove it. What is the thing that you said was too late? What is the thing you constantly, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that because I'm going to prove to you you do have time. Do you need to sign up for the class? Do you need to put yourself back out there? Do you need to start the YouTube channel? Do you need to get your real estate license? Do you need to move closer to mom and dad? Because you know time's ticking and you want to spend time with them because their health is going down. What is it? Now I want to teach you a second thing about time. You have plenty of it. Time is not your enemy, it is your friend. Time is not your enemy, it is your friend. Yes, it's true, your life can change overnight, but it might just take 10 years to get there. For me, it took 17. For whatever reason, it takes me longer than that 10 years thing. So take the pressure off. See, I think we look at time the wrong way. You're so focused on the big stuff that you miss the power of the little stuff. You have plenty of time. And here's the third thing. You have to learn how to value it. Like, this was a huge wake-up call for me. You have to learn how to value it. And look, I know that you're busy. Everybody needs your time. You're working, you're going to school, you're taking care of people. You don't have a lot of time. But the free time that you do have, do you actually value it? I want to give you an analogy. Every single day, you get 1,440 minutes, okay? Every single day. And when you think about time, let's just put a value to it. Let's say every minute is worth $1. That's like getting handed 1,440 bucks. That's pretty cool, right? So let me ask you this. If you think about how you spend your time, are you getting a return on the investment? Because your time is worth something. So if you spend 8 hours sleeping, that's a great investment. That's like 480 bucks. Great job. If you spend time at work, that's actually a good investment. Why? Because you're getting paid. Your boss sees your time as valuable. That's why you're getting compensated. You made a trade for your time. When you spend time with family and friends that lift you up and doing things that like really make you feel happy, that's a great return on the investment. But are you aware of how much time you are flushing down the toilet? Literally. It's like friend drama, stress at work, doom scrolling, worrying about what everybody's thinking and doing, obsessing about the future, worrying about the past, all the regrets, all the things that you're wasting time on. I mean, have you ever sent one of those emails? You know those emails where you're like, you're so mad. It takes you 95 minutes to write the damn thing. I'm still writing this. Delete. And then you sign it, best. And you hit reply all, and literally people will get it, and they're like, oh, God. Nobody replies. Complete waste of time. Literally, you don't value your time. And here's what taught me to value it. Is telling myself, every single day I get 30 bucks. That's what I get. I get 30 bucks. That's it. Write that down. $30. You'll remember that. $30 is what you get ever. Don't you think your dreams are worth $30? Of course. You're cheap, actually, if you think it's only worth $30. We're going to start low, because I want you to be successful. It's $30. You get $30. And here's what you don't understand. You're kind of like, well, $30 doesn't sound like a lot. Let me show you the value of $30 or 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day. If you were to find and value 30 minutes a day for a year, that's 180 hours. I just handed you 4.5 week. What the hell? I can't even do the math tonight. It's so freaking hot. You might have to take off this sparkly blazer. I tried to do an outfit change because I want to be more razzle dazzle for you guys, and I didn't test this in rehearsal. It was a really dumb idea, but we're going with it. So I'm literally fanning myself. Now you don't have to take it yet, Phil. I'm gonna put it back on when I cool down. But literally, if you do 30 minutes a day, that's 100 touches. See, you just do what you gotta do, right? That is literally, like if I were to give you 4.5 weeks off of work, do you think you could get started on that YouTube channel? Yes! If I were to give you 4.5 weeks off of work, do you think you could lock in some healthier habits? Of course! If I were to give you 4.5 weeks off of work, don't you think you could clean out that back bedroom and get the picture wall done, which I still can't seem to get done? That's why it's valuable. And so you gotta remember that, $30. I'm giving myself $30, because that's like giving myself 4.5 weeks off of work for me. And I deserve that. And finally, the fourth thing about time, you have to protect it. You live in a world that is designed to steal your attention. Designed. It's like coming at you. AI, algorithms, book emails, headlines. You have to protect it. And you want to know the single biggest waster of time? No, it's on your phone. Close a second. Other people. Other people are wasting your time. Their drama, their opinions, their moods, their expectations, their texts, their emails. Oh my God, they're close walking, they're close talking. They're so annoying. And that brings me to the reason why we are all here tonight. So I've been using this thing called the Let Them Theory. The next time you feel left out, your friends all go out to brunch together and they don't invite you. Let them. Let them.
Let them do their thing.
Let them.
Let them.
You know what? Just let them.
I need this.
Let them is so profound. Remind yourself to let them.
All the haters, we're gonna let them.
If someone says something mean about you behind your back, let them.
Let them do that. Let them say that.
Let them do it, let them show up, let them not do it, let them not show up.
Let them learn from life, from their own choices.
It works.
Let them think what they want about you.
Make sure you get some coffee, okay?
Figure out if this is your cup of tea. It was mine. I drank the whole cup.
The answer to fear is let them.
I'm excited.
This book will change your life.
So let them and take your power back.
After reading this book, all I have to say is let them.
Let them. Let them. Let them. Let them. You guys did that. You guys did that. I want to acknowledge you for the support of this. I cannot believe how fast the Let Them Theory has spread around the world. Believe it or not, by the end of this month, 5 million books, audiobooks will have been bought, given to people around the world. And I know why. I know why it has been this successful. Because when you pick up this book, you're like, oh, my mother needs this. My boyfriend needs this. My sister needs this. Oh my God, my annoying coworker needs this. My niece and my nephew, her grand, everybody needs this book because everybody is so annoying. Oh my God. That's why this has exploded. But everybody seriously asks me, why is this thing like so powerful? And you know, how did this all come to be? And the fact is, I have been trying to not be so controlling for my entire life. I have read books on Stoicism. I have read about radical acceptance and the detachment theory. I am married to a Buddhist, you guys. Do you want to know how annoying that is? The guy is never rattled. Oh, and by the way, I bought the beads. I did. I'm like, okay, if I just put these on, is that going to make me seem a little bit calmer? Does it work that way? It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way at all. And so if you're annoying or if you're controlling like I am, then you probably got dragged here by somebody who is controlling if you're not like this, right? Because they're literally like, oh my God, you need to change. We're gonna go see Mel Robbins. Like, I've had it with you. I've had it with you. And just like you, I had probably used the word let a million times. Let it go. Let it go settle. Let the chips fall where they may. In fact, I have been posting on social media for years about these. Stop caring about what other people think. Okay, how? Exactly. Oh, stop chasing people who don't want to be with you. How? But the power, for me personally, hit me personally in a moment where I was stressed out, in a moment where I was being super annoying, and it was at my son Oakley's high school prom. That's where it hit me. I never thought in a million years that an experience at a freaking high school dance would change my life. And we got a lot of moms in the audience, right? Or maybe you have a control. How many of you have a controlling mother? Right? It's like everybody clap that is not here with your mom. Definitely not me.
She's behaving.
Hello. I was trying to micromanage everything. It's his first prom, from the corsage that he was wearing to the poses. No, get on this side, get on this side. Will you smile? Don't do that dumb face. This is like a face. This could be the holiday photo. Come on, pull it together. And finally, our middle child, our daughter Kendall, who lives out in Los Angeles, she was home. She was so annoyed with me that she reached out, she grabbed my arm, and she had like those almond-shaped nails, like dug into my bicep. I think that like brought me into the moment, snapped me into it. She started digging into my thing, and she's like, Mom, you're being so annoying. Oh my God, you guys, I'm really sorry. Okay, sorry. Jesus. Okay, I should just give this to you guys, right? You know? Okay, so, oh my God. It's my son, Oakley, and in our family, if you call twice, FaceTime, it's an emergency. Can we bring this up? Hey, Oak, everything okay? You all right, dude?
Everything's great, Mom. How are you?
How am I? I'm on stage in Toronto, dude. Why are you calling? What's up? Spit it out. What's going on?
Yeah, you know, that's actually why I called. Do you mind if I get Kendall in here? Cool. Okay.
What? Wait, no. Oh. What is he doing?
Okay. Yeah, okay. There she is. Okay. There she is.
Hello? What's going on, man?
Kendall, hey! You know, I had to get you in this FaceTime call because Mom's on the Let Them tour right now.
Oh my God,
and as you probably remember, we were actually at my prom when this whole thing started to kind of take off, so I thought I'd get you in there. You know?
Hey guys, we were there. Guys, I gotta go. I'm on stage. I'm gonna say goodbye. Say goodbye to everybody. Okay. I'm gonna hang up now, okay? I'm gonna say goodbye.
Let you go, Mom.
Okay.
Follow me on Instagram, guys. I love you, Mom. I'll talk to you again. Okay, bye.
Oh. You know, I get a lot of questions about why this thing has spread so fast, and there's a couple reasons. Number one, it's so simple. It's so simple. Life is complicated enough. For those of you who got dragged here, you're like, what the hell is this thing that everyone's talking about? First of all, they've been using it nonstop. You don't hear them, you're like, let them. And it's very simple to use. Anytime you feel worried or stressed or hurt or annoyed or frustrated or sad or wronged, you just say, let them. If your friends are going out without you and you're like, let them. If they're doing construction again on the 401, the parking lot that is supposed to be a parkway, let them. If the person that you're dating doesn't want a commitment, let them. So much of your time and energy is wasted trying to force other people to match your expectations. The let them theory is about power, control, and peace. And when you stop wasting energy on trying to get other people to meet your expectations and to get the world to work the way that you want it to work, it's incredible. Because you realize, wow, I actually stress myself out a lot. And the second reason why you love it, and it's all over the place right now, is because I'm just reminding you of what you already know. The theory is new, but the concepts in the book, I mean, these have been around since the history of time. This concept that the more you try to control things that you can't control, the more stress it creates for you, been around since the beginning of time. That's Stoicism. The other concepts in the book, learn how to let other people live their lives and your life gets better, been around forever. The stuff happening out there, that's not where your power is. Your power is in your response to it. That's Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. You've heard these concepts at your dinner table, at a mosque, at a church, in synagogue. That's why this is also resonated, because I'm just reminding you of what you know to be true and reducing all this ancient wisdom and all of this philosophy and therapeutic principles into a simple tool you can use in modern life at a time when things are crazy and overwhelming. And the third reason you love it is because it's so powerful. It works immediately. It makes you just say let them, and you're like, just like, why am I letting traffic stress me out? Why am I letting my mother-in-law's mood stress me out? Why am I letting this thing stress me out? And you feel instant peace. That's why people get it tattooed all over their bodies. I totally get it. Because every time, if you're new to this, that you say let them, you recognize something really cool. Remember how we're talking about valuing your time? When you say let them, you set a boundary between you and the world. Let them is how you value your time. Let them is how you value your energy. And you need to do that. Because how you spend your time, what you pour your energy to, is what determines your life. See, when you say this, you're protecting yourself from things you can't control. And the more that you say it, the more you're going to realize, boy, I got a lot more time and energy than I actually thought I did. Because I'm protecting myself from all this meaningless stuff and stupid things and things that I can't actually control. And by the way, for those of you like, well, I'm never going to find 30 minutes. As I'm scrolling my phone, I'm doom scrolling for 6 hours, but I'm never going to find 30 minutes. This is actually how you find it. Because if you're saying let them all day long while you're a teacher, or you're working in a hospital, or you're at work, or you're stressed out at school, you're literally gaining time and energy. Isn't that cool? It's like giving yourself a couple dollars back every time you say it. Because you're not going to spend it worrying about this dumb situation, because you know your time and energy is valuable. That's why you protect it. And you know, here's the thing about the theory. Everybody loves let them. Everybody. But they miss the second part. And so for those of you that got dragged here, because I want to make sure you're part of this conversation, the second part is let me. Let me, now that I've said let them, I'm not going to control that, let me decide what I'm going to do next. And in life, there are only 3 things you can control. Only 3. Only 3 things you can control. You can control what you think about something. You can control what you do or don't do. And you can control how you react to the emotions that rise up. Do you let them run you over and you send the email or you snap at your kids like I used to? Or do you let them rise up and let them fall? Let me is how you take responsibility for your time and energy. And let's look at the word responsibility. Responsibility is just the ability to respond. That's all that word means. Let me reach out. Let me make the call. Let me remind myself I can leave any conversation, any job, any relationship, any dining room table, any date, any text chain, any time I choose. I'm not stuck anywhere. Let me stop worrying about everybody else's happiness and finally start worrying about mine. Let me find 30 minutes a day for myself. Let me do the thing I've been avoiding. So get out your notebook one more time, because you're not walking out of here without a reminder to yourself. See, I did this on purpose. I actually want you to put this next to your bed so you wake up tomorrow, you're like, oh my God, there she is. She's watching. What is the thing that you need? The let me part. Because everyone's like, I can't get the let me part. I love let them, but I don't know how to do let me. Let me work on my resume. Let me make the social plans. Let me go to therapy and figure out what's going to make me happy. Let me say, no, this is unattractive, rather than making excuses. Let me spend the holidays how I want to spend the holidays. Let me stop trying to change my family. I mean, for God's sakes, I've been doing it for decades. It has not worked yet. Let me learn how to accept them as they are. They're not changing, only I can. Write it down. You know what it is, you just don't want to do it. And neither did I. Neither did I. And that's why I want you to write it down. Now here's the thing. I cannot properly do this let them theory and bring all the stories of the book to life without bringing somebody back out. Many of you may not know this, but I actually wrote the Let Them Theory book with our oldest daughter, She is the co-author of the book. Please help me welcome Miss Sawyer Robbins back to the stage. Sawyer Robbins! Sawyer, I just have to acknowledge you because I get all the credit. Yeah, because it's me and I'm constantly in your face, very desperate for attention, obviously. But there would be no book without you. Every book has a spine that holds it together, and Sawyer Robbins is the backbone of this book. That's right. It would still be on my laptop in draft if it were not for her. And we're standing at this whiteboard because she literally chained me to it to make me work.
Yes. Full handcuffs.
But writing this book was never your dream. Never your dream.
Not with you.
True. You actually had a very different vision for what you wanted to do next in your life. And so, actually, why don't we bring up the graph, right? Because at this point in your life, or to tell the story, you were 23.
Yeah.
And for all the 20-year-olds where you're like, I'm so late, I don't know what to do with my life. Look at how much time you have, okay? Right? So, based on where I was when I was 23, you had your life together. I mean, you literally had graduated from college, you were working in a big cybersecurity firm, you kind of had this deep vision for what she wanted to do in the next chapter of her life. I mean, I was like chain smoking and drinking wine and skipping law school classes, which not a great way to get through law school. Had a couple boyfriends that didn't really know about each other. So when I look at where you were at this stage in your life versus me, this is an example of healing generational trauma. That's all I'm going to say. Just leave that right there. So what was the vision that you had at this point in your life, working a corporate job, all that kind of good stuff?
So I always had this dream since I was a little girl to travel the world, but in particular to go to Southeast Asia and backpack around. And maybe some of you have a dream to travel the world, but like me, I had no money or idea how to do that, and I had no balls to do it either.
Well, by the way, this is a mother's worst nightmare. This is not what I would call a dream. Like your daughter going halfway around the world backpack, and it's important to stop and highlight something here. Your dreams are meant for you. Your dreams are not supposed to make sense to somebody else. They're not for them. People will question your dreams. People will think you're crazy. People are going to be like, why do you want to do that? What if somebody kidnaps you? What if you break your leg and your cell phone stops working? How am I going to rescue you? Like they're going to, and it's funny because when you're clear about what you want, your family's also usually not that supportive. Have you ever noticed that? A lot of times they're the ones questioning you.
They were.
What'd you say? Yeah, number one. And so, it's important for you to understand that. Your dreams make sense to you. They're not going to make sense to other people. So I kind of apologize. I got to apologize to you because I did think you were crazy. Like I was super worried about that. But you knew what you wanted to do. And what's interesting about you is that Sawyer had actually worked for 7 years. She worked all through college. She had money. She was stalking Instagram travel influencers. She had her little itinerary all planned out. She knew exactly where she was going to go. She knew this for 2 years, you guys. And anybody that's in their 30s and up would look at this and be like, go! Go! Before you have children and a mortgage and your life is over. Go! Please, leave! So why did you stop yourself? You literally stopped yourself for like 2 years. Like, I don't know if we should do it. What was going on?
I was so petrified to go do this, but I think the biggest reason is I fully convinced myself that future employers would not hire me because they would see like a blip in my resume. But now my future employer is my mom. So everything happens for a reason.
This is a perfect example of using the let them theory. Do you know how sad it is to actually hold yourself hostage? because you're worried about what other people are going to think in the future? Like, just think about that for a minute. There is something that you would love to do or pursue, and you're thinking, oh, I would love to sell skincare. I would love to move to a different part of the world. I would love to adopt a baby on my own. I would love to do these things. And then you stop and you give so much power. Like, you are giving power to a future employer. Do you know how sad that is? And you're doing the same thing. You're thinking about how other people are going to react to this thing that you want to do. That's where let them is so powerful. Whose approval are you seeking? Who are you worried is going to judge you?
Get your notebooks out.
So we're going to cross that shit right off. That's what we're going to do. Right, we put their name in. But here's the thing. You did go. You went.
I went.
You went. And did it. So what was it, Sawyer, that had you finally decide, okay, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm quitting the job. I'm going. I know my mom's going to be terrified, but I'm going to do this thing.
I think the biggest thing was that I finally admitted to myself that my life was no longer working for me. It got super mundane. I was in Boston doing the same thing every single day, working from home, same people, same thing, and had been there for 23 years. And so that was the first thing. The second was I finally accepted the truth that no one was going to come with me. And so either I had to fulfill this dream on my own or it wasn't going to happen. And I think the biggest question that kept coming up in my mind was, what are you waiting for?
I'll tell you, you were waiting for you. You were waiting for you to show up. And so are you. So are you. You're clapping for her. You better clap for yourself. Because that's right, I am waiting for me. You're waiting for you to show up. Instead of sitting around waiting for somebody else to do it with you, give yourself the permission. Like, when you think about the changes that you want to make, a lot of us sit around and wait. We're like, well, I need my sister to go on the trip before I can book that. Or I got my friend. I'm waiting on my friend to start the business. Or you've been waiting. Okay, well, if my husband or my boyfriend will stop drinking, then I'll stop drinking for the month. But I'm going to wait for him because it was really hard if I don't. Stop waiting for other people. Stop. Write that down. Stop waiting for other people. You're waiting for you to show up and recognize that this is your life. You get to say when you're going to do it. You don't need your sister in order to go on that trip. And the funny thing is, you know damn well once you book it, you're like, oh, okay, I'm coming. I got the work off. We're going. You planned it already for us? Great. Okay, I was just waiting for you to plan it. Right? You don't need your friend to start that business. You don't need somebody to cut back on the drinking before you do. You don't need your kids to figure out their next chapter, or your parents to figure out their next before you figure out yours. The only person that you need is you. That's it. That's why I say, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, I cannot believe that a person that I birthed was able to go halfway around the world and do that. I cannot believe that. And so, yes, it's pretty cool. Really cool. And that's the other thing. Like, dreams are personal. And the decision that you need to make, that you've been waiting to make, it might be little. It might be like getting out of bed. That's what I needed to do. I just needed to show up for myself and get up every morning when the alarm rang. Maybe the decision is to get back in shape and carve out that morning routine. You don't have to do mine. Just create one for yourself. Or maybe it's a big bucket list item like Sawyer. And Sawyer, you came back a changed human being. So what was it about making the decision that changed you?
I think it's that I personally grew up with the motto, that will never be me. And I saw everyone else's wins as my losses. I saw everyone else's life as proof that I would never have the life that I wanted. And it wasn't until I finally started doing things that I never ever thought I could do, like going to Asia, that started to change that narrative. And I hope that all of you, whatever you wrote down in your notebook tonight, you don't do it because Mel told you to, or because you think it sounds good, or for anyone else. I hope you do it because you think you can't.
Wait, hold on. Say that again?